Today, we're honoring William Joseph Vigar, better known as Billy Vigar, the promising young footballer from Worthing whose brief but bright career left a lasting impression on the beautiful game. His tragic passing on September 25, 2025, at just 21 years old, has shocked the football community and reminded us all how fragile life can be on the pitch. We're covering everything: the shocking details of his cause of death, his family and personal life, no wife or kids yet, but we'll get into that, his age, net worth, lifestyle, and a full biography that takes you from his early days in Sussex to the Arsenal Academy and beyond. This is gonna be a long, emotional tribute packed with stories, tributes from his clubs, and the legacy of a kid who played with pure joy. Whether you're a football fan, follow non-league action, or just want to remember a life cut way too short, grab a tissue, get comfy, and let's celebrate the life of Billy Vigar. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning with Billy's biography, because even though his time in the spotlight was short, it was full of promise and passion that made him a standout. William Joseph Vigar was born on October 22, 2003, in Worthing, a coastal town in West Sussex, England, a place known for its pebble beaches and that classic English seaside vibe. Growing up in a supportive family, Billy was the kind of kid who lived for the game from the moment he could kick a ball. His parents, who kept a low profile to let him shine, encouraged his love for football early on, signing him up for local clubs where his speed and finishing ability turned heads right away. By age 10, he was already dominating youth leagues in Sussex, scoring hat tricks like it was nothing and earning a rep as a goal machine with a knack for the dramatic, think curling shots into the top corner from impossible angles. Worthing's football scene is grassroots at heart, and Billy thrived there, playing for local sides before catching the eye of bigger scouts. His big break came in December 2017 at just 14 years old when Arsenal came calling. The Gunners, with their world-class academy at Hale End, saw something special in Billy: that raw talent, the hunger, and the ability to score from anywhere. He packed his bags and headed to London, leaving behind the beaches of Worthing for the bright lights of professional youth football. At Arsenal, Billy progressed fast, making 22 appearances for the under-18s and scoring 4 goals, showing his versatility as a center forward who could hold up play and finish with either foot. He was described by coaches as quick, powerful, and fiercely determined, words that stuck with him throughout his career. In July 2022, at 18, he signed his first professional contract with Arsenal, a huge milestone that had his family beaming with pride. But Billy was eager for minutes, so he went on loan spells to get that real game experience. First, it was Derby County U21s in the second half of the 2022-23 season, where he featured several times and adapted to the physicality of senior football. Then, a stint at Eastbourne Borough in the National League South, honing his skills in the lower leagues. By July 2024, he was ready for a new chapter, signing a free transfer with Hastings United, a non-league club in the Isthmian League Premier Division, where he linked up with old Derby connections. But Billy's heart was set on proving himself, and in August 2024, he made a bold move to Chichester City, another Isthmian Premier side, chasing that starting spot and dreaming of climbing the pyramid. Little did anyone know, his time on the pitch would be so fleeting. Fans who watched him remembered a kid with endless energy, always smiling, and a finish that could light up a stadium. Posts after his death flooded with memories, like "Billy was electric, gone too soon, but what a spark." Now, the part that's left us all reeling: Billy Vigar's cause of death. On Saturday, September 20, 2025, during a match against Wingate and Finchley in the Isthmian League Premier Division, Billy was chasing down a loose ball near the touchline in the 13th minute when tragedy struck. Trying to keep it in play, he sprinted full tilt and collided headfirst with a concrete wall just outside the pitch, a freak accident that no one saw coming. The game was immediately abandoned, and Billy was rushed to the hospital, where he was placed in an induced coma to manage the swelling. Doctors described it as a significant brain injury, with multiple fractures and internal trauma that was life-threatening from the start. On Tuesday, September 23, he underwent emergency surgery to relieve pressure on his brain, but despite the best efforts of the medical team, Billy passed away peacefully on the morning of Thursday, September 25, 2025, at just 21 years old. Chichester City confirmed the news in a gut-wrenching statement, saying, it is with the heaviest of hearts that we announce the passing of our beloved Billy Vigar. After sustaining a significant brain injury last Saturday, Billy was put in an induced coma. On Tuesday he needed an operation to aid any chances of recovery. Sadly, this morning, Billy passed away. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and everyone who knew him at this incredibly difficult time. The football world stopped. Arsenal, Derby, Eastbourne Borough, and Hastings United all released tributes, with Arsenal calling him quick, powerful, and fiercely determined. The Isthmian League postponed matches and mandated black armbands and a minute's silence for the weekend. X erupted with grief, posts like, Billy Vigar, 21, gone in a blink, football's cruelest day, flooding timelines. It's a reminder of how one moment can change everything, but Billy's spirit? That's forever. Billy was 21 when he passed, born October 22, 2003, a number that feels way too young for someone with so much fire left in the tank. At around 6 feet 0 inches with a lean, athletic build honed from years of sprint drills and finishing sessions, Billy was the picture of youthful promise, that fresh-faced grin, the quick feet, and eyes that lit up when he spotted the net. Even in non-league, he moved like a pro, with that Arsenal polish shining through. Fans who knew him remembered a kid who lived for the game, always first to training and last to leave. X posts captured it, saying, 21 and Billy was already a star, his light burned bright but brief. Wife? Billy Vigar was never married and had no wife at the time of his death. At 21, he was young, focused on football, and keeping his personal life super private, no public relationships or engagements reported. Some whispers in local Sussex circles hinted at a high school sweetheart back in Worthing, but nothing confirmed, and Billy's social media was all about the pitch, not romance. He was the type to blush when teammates teased him about girls, saying in a 2024 interview with a local paper, "Right now, it's me and the ball, that's my girlfriend." His energy was all football, dreaming of that pro breakthrough. Fans on X respected his focus, posting, "Billy's heart was on the field, love would have come, but the game was his first." Family? Billy's family was his everything, a close-knit Worthing crew that cheered him from the stands and grounded him through the grind. Details are scarce to respect their privacy, but he grew up with supportive parents who sacrificed big for his dream, driving hours to academy trials and packing lunches for long days at Hale End. He had siblings, at least one brother who played local football and was his biggest rival in backyard kickabouts, and the whole family relocated closer to London when Arsenal called. His mum was at every match, from U18s to loans at Derby, and his dad handled the logistics, like scouting trips to Eastbourne. After the crash, the family shared a statement through Chichester City, "Billy was our world, a son, brother, and friend who lived for football and loved with all his heart. We're shattered, but his joy will carry us." Tributes from Arsenal's academy staff mentioned how Billy's family was always there, turning games into celebrations. Ex-fans poured love, saying, "Billy's family raised a champion, their strength honors him." Net worth? At the time of his passing, Billy Vigar's net worth was estimated at under £100,000, a modest figure reflecting his early career stage. As a youth pro at Arsenal, he earned around £1,000 to £2,000 weekly on a scholarship contract, totaling about £50,000 a year after taxes. Loan spells at Derby U21s and Eastbourne Borough added £1,400 per week in the National League South, but it was entry-level money, no big endorsements or bonuses yet. His free transfer to Hastings and Chichester meant even leaner pay, around £800 weekly in non-league. Savings from his Arsenal days and a small family trust covered basics, but Billy lived simply, focusing on the game over the glamour. No cars or investments reported, just a kid chasing his dream. Fans on X reflected, Billy's worth was his talent, £100,000 or not, he was priceless. Lifestyle? Billy's life was all about the beautiful game, simple, passionate, and full of that non-league hustle. At 6 feet 0 inches with a striker's build, he stayed in peak shape with twice daily sessions, eating clean fuel like grilled chicken, rice, and greens to power those sprints. His style was casual kit, Arsenal training gear for drills, hoodies and trainers off-pitch, always with that fresh fade haircut. He drove a practical Vauxhall Corsa, £15,000. For commutes to training grounds, nothing flashy, football was the priority. Living in a modest family home in Worthing, he split time with London for loans, crashing with teammates or academy mates. Socially, he was the life of the locker room, barbecues with Derby U21s, pub nights in Eastbourne, and FaceTime calls with Worthing pals. Hobbies included FIFA on PlayStation, he mains Arsenal in career mode, and beach runs along the Sussex coast, dreaming of pro contracts. In 2025, at 21, he was thriving in Chichester, planning a breakthrough season before the unthinkable happened. Fans on X said, Billy's lifestyle was pure joy, ball at his feet, friends by his side. Billy's challenges were the grind of youth football, rejections, loans, and the pressure to make it big. Moving from Worthing at 14 tested his homesickness, but family kept him strong. A 2022 ankle sprain sidelined him for months, but he came back fiercer. X posts after his death captured it, saying, Billy faced every tackle with heart, a fighter till the end. In summary, Billy Vigar, 21, died on September 25, 2025, from a brain injury after a wall collision in a match. Unmarried with no kids, his under £100,000 net worth reflected a promising start. His family in Worthing mourns a son who lived for football. His biography, From Sussex Kid to Arsenal Hopeful, is a spark that won't fade. What's your favorite Billy story, his academy goals or lone grit? Drop it in the comments, like to keep his memory alive, and share with football fans. Want more on young talents? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Play on, Billy. Peace.